Hey everyone, and welcome back. We got a ton of requests to take a deep dive into two cryptocurrencies that are, well, um, kind of on opposite ends of the spectrum, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. We're talking about Bitcoin and Dogecoin.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Bitcoin, this like OG cryptocurrency that everyone's calling digital gold, right?
Right.
And then you have Dogecoin, which, well, it started as a meme,
Yeah, that's the crazy part. It really shows you how unpredictable this crypto world can be.
totally. So in this deep dive, we really want to break down those key differences for you. Like, where did they even come from?
Right. The origin.
What's the tech behind them? How are people actually using them out in the real world? And of course, how are they doing in the market?
Exactly. All the important stuff.
Yeah, and just to be super clear, right off the bat, we are not giving financial advice here.
No, definitely not. This is all about giving you the knowledge you need to make your own decisions.
Okay, so let's rewind all the way back to the beginning. Bitcoin's origin story is pretty wild. It all started back in 2008 with this mysterious figure, Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah, Satoshi. No one actually knows who they are.
Right, still a total mystery. But this person, or maybe group of people, they released this white paper that laid out this vision for a completely decentralized financial system.
It was revolutionary, a direct challenge to the traditional ways of doing things.
And then, on the complete other side of the spectrum, you have Dogecoin, which launched in 2013. And get this, it was created by Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer as like a joke, a parody of all the crypto craziness happening at the time.
I know, it's wild. They were inspired by the Shiba Inu Doge meme, those cute dog faces you see everywhere online.
Yeah, I love those memes. But it's amazing how something that started as a joke is now worth billions.
It really is. It shows the power of online communities, of humor, and how these things can create real-world value.
So both of these coins use blockchain technology, right? But that's kind of where the similarities end.
Exactly. They both use blockchain, but they implement it in different ways. So Bitcoin uses this system called proof of work, which focuses on security, but it can be a bit slow, and it uses a lot of energy.
I see.
Dogecoin also uses proof of work, but its block times are much faster. So transactions happen quicker and they're cheaper, but maybe not quite as secure as Bitcoin.
So it's like a trade-off.
You could say that, yeah. It's kind of like choosing between a really secure bank vault that takes a while to open versus a mobile payment app that's quick and easy to use, but maybe not as secure.
That's a good way to think about it. So another huge difference is in their supply, right?
Yeah.
Bitcoin has this hard cap of 21 million coins. That's it, ever. That's why a lot of people compare it to digital gold.
Yeah, that scarcity is built into its design. It's supposed to hold its value over time, just like gold. It's even seen as a hedge against inflation by some people.
Interesting. But Dogecoin, on the other hand, has an unlimited supply. Like, they just keep making more and more Dogecoins.
Yep, they do. In fact, 10,000 new Dogecoins are created every minute, which means it's inflationary by design. Its value comes from its use, from the community, not from being scarce.
Okay, that makes sense. So that explains why a single Dogecoin is worth so much less than a single Bitcoin.
Right. But that low price makes it perfect for small transactions like tipping online creators or even buying a cup of coffee. You wouldn't want to tip someone with a fraction of a Bitcoin, would you?
No way. That wouldn't be practical at all.
Exactly. So both of these coins have their own unique advantages.
So let's dive into some real-world examples. You're seeing Bitcoin being adopted by big companies. Even Tesla held some Bitcoin for a while there,
Right. And some people are using it to make international payments.
which is pretty revolutionary if you think about it.
It is. It bypasses all those traditional financial institutions.
And it goes back to that original idea of Bitcoin being a decentralized alternative.
Exactly. Now, Dogecoin is being used in completely different ways. You see people tipping online creators with it or using it for community fundraising. Like that time the Dogecoin community helped fund the Jamaican bobsled team's trip to the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was amazing.
It was. It shows the power of this community, how they come together and use Dogecoin for good. And of course, we can't forget Elon Musk, who's a huge Dogecoin fan. When he tweets about it, the price usually goes crazy.
Yeah, he's got so much influence, it's wild.
It definitely shows how social media can impact the crypto market.
So, okay, let's talk about market performance and volatility, because that's another big difference between these two, right?
Absolutely. So Bitcoin, as the biggest cryptocurrency, tends to be less volatile. Its price doesn't jump around as much, probably because it's been around longer and more institutional investors are holding it.
So it's seen as a safer bet, relatively speaking.
Well, you could say that, yeah. But remember, all cryptocurrencies are risky. Bitcoin is just less volatile compared to something like Dogecoin, which is known for its wild price swings.
Right. It's a bit like investing in a well-established company versus a brand new startup. One is more predictable, the other has the potential to skyrocket overnight, but it's a lot riskier.
That's a good analogy.
Okay, so let's talk about investing. Should you put your money into Bitcoin or Dogecoin? Well, as we said before, we can't give any financial advice.
It all depends on your goals as an investor and how much risk you're willing to take on.
Exactly. Are you looking for something stable for the long haul, or are you okay with high risk, hoping for quick gains?
Right. If you're looking for something stable, Bitcoin might be more appealing, while Dogecoin, with its low price and potential for fast growth, could be attractive to those who are comfortable with more risk.
But remember, never invest more than you can afford to lose.
Absolutely. That's crucial. The crypto market is very unpredictable, and things can change in an instant.
So before we go any further, what stands out to you the most about these two coins?
I think what's most interesting is how their origins are reflected in how they're used and how their markets behave today. One started with a vision to revolutionize finance, the other from a meme.
That's a great point. So to really understand these coins, you kind of have to understand where they came from.
Exactly. It's like their DNA is still shaping them today. Bitcoin, with that limited supply and focus on decentralization, it's still seen as this threat to those old financial systems.
Yeah, kind of taking power from the big banks and giving it back to the people, right? A digital revolution.
You got it. Giving people more control over their money. Then there's Dogecoin, all about community and making crypto easy to understand and fun. It's less about fighting the system and more about bringing people together, right?
Yeah, and making it fun along the way, which makes it way less scary for people just getting into crypto. But let's say someone is listening, totally hooked, wants to learn more. Where should they start?
First things first, hit the books, do your research. There's so much out there. Websites that explain everything, forums where people are chatting about different coins, podcasts.
Yeah, don't just trust what you see on Twitter or whatever.
Exactly. Take some time, learn how this blockchain thing works, all the different types of coins out there, the risks. It's a crazy world, always changing, so you got to stay on top of things.
Like buying a car. You wouldn't do that without doing some research first.
No way. You got to know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
And while we're on the topic of being smart with your money, let's talk about diversification.
Right. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's it. Just like with regular investments, you don't want to bet everything on one coin.
So don't go all in on Dogecoin just because, well, Elon Musk tweeted about it, right?
Yeah.
Spread your investments around a bit.
Yeah, good advice. Don't chase those quick gains. Play it a little safer. And while we're talking about being safe, let's talk about security because, man, there's some scary stuff out there.
Yeah, like all those hacks and scams you hear about. How can people protect themselves? It can be pretty intimidating.
You got to be careful out there. Treat your crypto like cash, maybe even better. Use those well-known exchanges, wallets that people trust to store your crypto. Get that two-factor authentication every account you have.
Oh, and never, never, never share your private keys, right? They're like the keys to your digital kingdom.
Exactly. Keep them safe. So now that we've covered a lot of ground here, what are those big takeaways you want listeners to walk away with? What's the deal with Bitcoin versus Dogecoin?
All right, so the big thing is they might use similar technology, but these coins are totally different. Different goals, different philosophies, different vibes in the market.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is trying to be that safe bet, a way to protect yourself from inflation, maybe even shake up the whole financial system. It's more of a long-term play, doesn't jump around in price as much.
And then there's Dogecoin, all about the community, being affordable, and just having a good time with it. Perfect for those tiny transactions, tipping online, and even doing some good in the world.
Yeah, it's way more volatile. The price can go up and down like crazy.
Like a roller coaster. So, any final words of wisdom for our listeners who are ready to dive into the world of crypto?
Never stop learning. This crypto world changes fast. Be curious, do your research, keep learning new stuff. There's always something new to find out.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming at first, but it's also pretty exciting, all this innovation happening.
Absolutely. And it's not just about Bitcoin or Dogecoin. This underlying tech, the blockchain, it's being used for so much more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like decentralized finance, those NFTs everyone's talking about, even things like tracking products and supply chains and voting.
Whoa, that's pretty mind-blowing. But like you said, it changes so fast, it's hard to keep up sometimes.
That's true, but don't be afraid to ask questions. Talk to people, find out different opinions. That's what's so cool about crypto.
There's always something new to learn, a new angle to consider.
Exactly. It's like a never-ending learning adventure. Who knows? Maybe you'll even come up with the next big crypto idea.
Uh-huh. You never know. So, as we wrap up our Bitcoin versus Dogecoin deep dive, I want to remind you this was just the beginning, you know?
We just gave you the basics, a way to understand these two coins.
But now it's up to you to keep digging, do more research, and figure out what you think about this whole crypto world.
It's a journey, and we're happy you came along with us.
We hope this deep dive helped you out and that you feel ready to explore the world of crypto, armed with knowledge and all that.
Remember, stay curious, stay informed, and be smart with your investments.
Please subscribe, comment, and like for more podcasts.